All right, here we go. So right now we already understand the short run, right? We have aggregate demand, aggregate supply, short run. We're sitting pretty good at that. We're feeling pretty comfortable. That's why you're watching this video. Now that you got it, we're going to take a look at the long run. Okay, and this concept, I'm going to admit, this is a little tricky. Okay, this is a tough concept to get, but we're going to go at it step by step, and this is the first step here. Okay, so previous videos you saw this. You saw aggregate demand and aggregate supply, and we talked about a shifter. So something like this, like decrease in income taxes shifts it, decrease in government spending shifts it one way or another. Okay, so when we have these scenarios, something's going to move. Okay, now both of these are demand shifters. Okay, and if I paused it, or if you pause it, you'd be able to figure out. As a matter of fact, let's do that right now. Pause it. What is that going to do in the short run? Did you get it? Hope so. This decreasing income taxes is going to do what? That is going to increase consumption, shifting our aggregate demand to the right. Decrease government spending, that is going to reduce the amount of G we have in our equation, so it's going to shift aggregate demand to the left. Okay, but and then we saw that it's going to increase or decrease price level, increase or decrease GDP. Now we're going to add another level of complexity to it. This is all short run. However, what we're going to look at in this video is the whole concept of the long run aggregate supply. Now, the whole idea here is you can't speed up the economy too fast. In order for the economy really to grow, you need to have essentially what you need to invest in more things to become more productive. So in the short run, you can increase your GDP, but it's gonna return back to long run equilibrium. So everything goes back to this line. Let me explain. Okay? Decrease income taxes. Decrease income taxes. Here's what's gonna happen. If we decrease income taxes, well, in the short run, that's going to increase consumption, right? So people have more money. It's gonna shift our aggregate demand to the right. Okay, it's going to shift our aggregate demand to the right, so 82. We started right here, and now, what do we have? We have our GDP 2, and our price level 2. Okay? So, in the short run, we're going to have a higher GDP, and our price levels are going to increase. But then what's going to happen in the long run? Well, it's all going to come back to that straight vertical line. What ultimately is going to happen, so we were right here, so 1, 2. So the next move is going to be price levels have, sorry about that, jumping ahead right there. Our GDP would be right here. Ignore the fact that I have a line right there. Our price levels would be right here. So I have too many dots in my graph there, a beautiful graph. We're here at point 2. Our price levels are going to increase. But what happens when we increase our price level? Okay, and this is really important to understand. And it's not maybe intuitive to you necessarily, but if we increase price level, then our costs are going to go up. Why are costs going to go up? Well, inflation, there's inflation, and that means that workers are going to demand higher wages. And the things that we buy to make stuff are going to cost more. And when that happens, what is that? That's a supply shifter. Supply is going to shift to the left. Look at that. Aggregate supply 2. That now means what? That now means that our aggregate supply has shifted to the left to get us back to where we originally started. So we haven't really increased our GDP necessarily. We've had what's called an inflationary gap. This is an inflationary gap. And then we return back to the long run. Okay? Now, what I want you to do is see if you can figure out what happens with B, because it's the exact opposite scenario. Okay? So step out of the way and see if you can figure it out. Did you get it? Let's take a look. Now, aggregate. Get rid of these babies right here. Clear up the old graph. That long run aggregate supply. That long run aggregate supply is still going to be there, okay? And we're still starting out right here. But now we have decrease in government spending, okay? Decrease in government spending. So that's going to shift aggregate demand to the left. Let's say it's significant enough to shift it. Aggregate demand shifts to the left, putting us right here. Price level 2 and GDP 2. Okay? That's going to shift us right here. So 1, now this one's 2. But then what's going to happen? Well, in the last scenario, everything got more expensive, so our supply shifted to the left. But now, everything got more cheaper. So our resources and our wages are going to go down, and when they go down, we're going to be willing to supply more. Shifting aggregate supply back to long run, right here. So we have a resulting in an ultimately lower price level and back at full employment. Now, this is all theory. This is the self-correcting nature of the economy. So over time, given enough time, the economy will eventually adjust back to the long run. However, the other theory is that you do something to get in the way of this, fiscal policy and monetary policy, to boost aggregate demand, to get us back to equilibrium quicker than this adjustment period would take place. So that is one of the debates, I guess, that you could think of that happens in the whole theory of economics and a big concept in macroeconomics, okay? So hopefully that made sense. We'll have more videos.